Well, we showed a clip from Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and it was Ralph and Vanellope visiting a website that is ohmydisney.com. It's a Disney fan site. It's a real site. And we personified it, so it's a lot like D23. It's like going to this place where all the fans are, the little users. And Vanellope meets the Disney princesses. And it's a great scene with Sarah Silverman, and all the voices we have most of the Disney princess voices, most of those that are still with us. And it's a very funny scene. It's about Vanellope kind of embracing her princessness.
She goes in initially thinking, what's with these princesses? And then realizes, oh man, they're really cool. These are cool women. I like them. I like what they're about. And because Vanellope is a princess, technically, from the first film, she calls herself, she's running it as a constitutional democracy, but she is actually a princess. So her relationship to these princesses sort of grows over the course of this scene. For D23 Expo, we had 9 princesses come onto the stage. The voices of, you had Moana, you had Pocahontas, Belle.
The list goes on and on. Ariel. Yeah, they were all here today.
All together. I think for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And then Sarah Silverman, who is the newest princess, as Vanellope.
She was coronated.
Yeah.
Today, Sarah was coronated. Vanellope von Schweetz was brought into the pantheon of Disney princesses today. Couldn't be prouder.
It's so good, and just from the table read to each time we record, that's what makes these movies so great. It's like every time they're always working on the story, making it better, fixing it, tweaking it, changing it, and as we go on and on, this sequel's so good. I'm very excited about it. We were really excited that Disney was game for a scene like that, with all the princesses. And, that's kind of something that I like about Disney is they change with the times, and that's important to do, to let yourself be changed by new information.
This is my first D23. Last D23, I remember Dwayne was here, and I remember watching it at home, like on YouTube, on my phone, and screaming at my phone, "It's me! I'm Moana!" And finally, 2 years has passed, and everyone really knows, and the response has just been so fantastic for each one of the Disney princesses, and to also include Sarah Silverman in this. It's so precious to know that, I felt that same excitement to be part of this amazing group of women, and now we have yet another princess to add to the mix. It was fantastic. Okay, so I already know Disney fans y'all are crazy, but it was insane when everyone was up there. Oh my gosh, the response was amazing. And this is people's childhood. I know that I saw my own childhood on that stage this afternoon, and everyone was just so happy, so proud to see these Disney characters represented once again in another film. It means so much to me. Moana is such a strong character. She's beautiful inside and out, and there's something to learn from each of the Disney princesses. I think they've certainly changed over time, and the ones that have been created, Moana is vastly different from the rest, and they all have their similarities and differences, but they're all kind, they're all wonderful, and they all have something to add to the world, so I'm really happy.
This is unbelievable. It's unprecedented. It's never been done before. 9 of us all together, and the demographics from Anika, well, actually Auli'i is the youngest, to me the oldest, and it's really kind of wonderful. Wreck-It Ralph movie. Okay guys, this next number 2 movie is pretty incredible, and the princesses are all brought together on this, and it's sheer genius. I actually got really emotional today. I was just in a crazy mood when I walked out there, and then I saw the response and heard the response, and I felt like, this is a real blessing, at this point in my career, in my life, and it's a great thing to be a part of it.
It's sort of a historic thing because we've never had all of the princesses on stage at one time. So people were extraordinarily thrilled about that, and the princesses are now going to be seen, I think, in a different way than we're used to seeing them. We get to see them let their hair down, no pun intended, and so it's going to be something special.
And I've had people say to me, like, well, people always call you Pocahontas, doesn't doesn't that bother you sometimes? I'm like, no, it's kind of like getting to be Santa Claus your whole life. I mean, who could have a problem with that? I have, from little ones with those really big eyes who just are full of you with the magic, and you get to be magic. And then now, that there's a generation that's grown up, and I still get to see that.
It's an historical day. I'm just meeting a lot of these girls for the very first time. And just to all be together in one room and sort of have this history going on. And we go over the course of, I've been with the company 32 years, and we go all the way to Moana, who's sweet 16. So it's really an amazing day to get to know everybody. Had so much fun. We just saw the clip for the very first time. We were watching it from backstage, and we were cracking up. When we record, we're by ourselves when we record. So you don't really know what the other reads are going to be and the interpretations of the lines and stuff like that. So it was really fun to get to see it all meshed together. It's hysterical. But that's all because of John Lasseter and the team. I mean, just brilliant, hysterical, amazing. So we're honored.
It was really exciting for all of us because we have all worked on this movie already, but we haven't been together. We all recorded separately, and some of us know each other and some of us didn't. So it was really special to be all together, and I loved it. The crowd was so excited that it just blew us away. It's a departure, like we're all in the same world in this movie, which is really cool. It's such a great idea. So it was really nice to see that everybody loved it. I loved it too. It was our first time seeing it. We stood backstage and watched it on the monitor from backstage, so it's really cool.
I mean, I think it's just, it's pretty cool to see all of us like in the same room at the same time and sort of on stage together, united as one troupe of princesses. It's never lost on you the just tremendous impact that your life sort of has because you've had the pleasure and privilege of being a part of the Disney lineage. I mean, it's an experience that I will definitely carry for the rest of my life. And I mean, Kristen, Belle, and I were kind of looking at each other like, are we going to be here doing this in 15, 20 years together, standing backstage, like hoping that people are excited, like still remember who we are? No. But it's pretty incredible when you see the, just the incredible women that we were lucky enough to be in the company of up there. I've been doing it for so long. It's really remarkable.
I'm here with a select group of princesses, Disney princesses, which I still can't believe that I am one or the voice of one. So yeah, we make a little cameo in the movie. There's a little fun sequence with all the crazy birds that are the princesses. Because when you see them individually in their own films, you kind of they seem sane, and then when you see them all together talking and telling their stories, they're bonkers.